We are for trimester 3, and if you're new to the class, just pay attention. We'll get it all figured out here. The biggest thing I'll tell you is you want to have a notebook just for this class. You want to do the grammar on your own. Refer back to the answers, and we'll go through kind of the 6 parts of speech we've done. We've done a noun, a person, place, thing, or idea. We did that back in trimester 1. All 3 of these we did in trimester 1. If you're new to the class, write these down in your notebook. If you left your notebook at school, students, write down new definitions here so you have something to refer back to. I'll try and do occasional, like quick little ungraded quizzes to see where you're at. But the biggest thing is that you got to do this yourself so you can be successful. A verb shows action or state of being. A lot of times we know, like, I love chicken, right? Love's an action verb there. But if you say, she is nice, is a linking verb, and nice is my adjective. So we got to make sure that we comprehend that part. A pronoun takes the place of a noun. So in this situation, Kristen loves me. Kristen's my wife. Kristen's a noun. Loves is a verb, action verb there. And then my pronoun is me. All right. So then last trimester during the second try, we did an adjective, an adverb, and a conjunction. I'm well aware that if you're new to my class, maybe you didn't get through all of these, but this is where we are. This is where we're supposed to be right now. And so an adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. A lot of times when we have adverbs, we think they end in ly. They do, but they also end in other words like some, always. And so it's important that you don't just always think like third graders. You think an adverb always ends in ly. And then a conjunction connects words or groups of words together. A lot of you guys, when you tell me that definition, you tell me that conjunction connects sentences, and that's partially true, but it does more than that. So here's my sentence. Jack and Jill quickly ran up the hill. So we have a noun, right? Jack and Jill are my nouns. Ends my conjunction connecting these 2 words together. Quickly ran. How did they run? Quickly. So whenever you have an adverb, you can probably go to the verb, the adjective, or adverb. You ask the question, how, and it'll tell you the answer. How did they run? They ran quickly, right? So that's modifying the verb. Up was a preposition. We'll get there in a second. Up the hill. What kind of hill was it? It was a large hill. So when you have an adjective, there's 3 questions that it asks. It asks what kind, which one, or how many. So this guy, what kind of hill was it? It was a large hill. All right. Or what hill was it? The large hill, right? And so today we have our 7th part of speech, our preposition. A preposition shows relationship between a noun and another thing in the sentence. And so, with all of these words here, these are from the most common prepositions, but, if you think about, I went for a walk. I went for a walk. So for is my preposition. Walk is a noun, right? That's a thing that you went for. In that situation, whenever you have a preposition, you're always going to have a noun or a pronoun after it. Another example here, I went outside the house. All right. I went outside the house. I is a pronoun, went's my verb. Outside is going to be a preposition there. And then house is my noun, right? So outside the house, right? Every preposition is part of a prepositional phrase. There's going to be a noun or pronoun that comes after it. You talk about, like a sentence like she went, before it. She went before the bus. And so if you had a sentence before, and then you used a pronoun before it would be a pronoun, takes the place of a noun. So that's your situation. And so in your notebook, I want you to write down these 2 sentences. I miss the students in school, and I am hopeful for the end of distance learning. And then number 2, my children are nice, but they have sadly argued of late. And so what you do is you write these sentences down, and then I want you to identify each one of these, whether it's a noun, a verb, a pronoun, an adjective, an adverb, a conjunction, or a preposition. So fill it out as best as you can. Then you're going to hit the pause button right now. And then I'll tell you when. And then after you've answered them all, you're going to hit the play button and you're going to get the answer. So hit the pause button right now. Okay, so now hit that play button, and I'm sure you have them all done, and it'll tell you the answers and why. So our first one here, I miss the students in school, and I am hopeful for the end of distance learning. In this situation, I is a pronoun, right? Takes place of myself. Miss is my verb, shows action. Students is a noun, right? Person, place, thing, or idea. prepositions and an in is a preposition in school. Remember, I just told you in the definition of a preposition, there's always a noun that comes after it or a pronoun. I miss the students in school. So school's my noun there, and then ends my conjunction, connecting two sentences together here. I is a pronoun. Am is a verb, right? Hopeful is my adjective. So am is a linking verb. Adjective is for hopeful, right? It's describing you, right? For is the preposition. And so after every preposition, I keep saying it, there's going to be a noun or pronoun that comes after it for the end, right? That's an abstract noun. You can't touch it, but that's a noun nonetheless. And then my other prepositional phrase of distance learning, right? Distance learning, 2 words. Woodbury High School, 3 words. The United States of America, 4 words. All of them represent one thing, right? So that's a noun. So in both of my prepositions here, there's always a noun that comes after them, and there's some great examples for you. Number 2, my children are nice, but they have sadly argued of late. My is a pronoun. Children's my noun. Verb, a verb for are. It's a linking verb, and then nice is my adjective, right? But they have sadly argued of late. But they argued of late. They have argued of late, right? So but's my conjunction, connecting my 2 groups of words here. They is a pronoun, takes the place of my children. Have is a helping verb. Argued is the action verb. How have they argued? They've argued sadly. Don't get me wrong. They've had some great times too. Actually, most of the time is great, but I've been around my children a lot, and unfortunately, well, in my family, my kids argue. I'm sure you're all just perfect families, and arguing never happens. Okay, just kidding. I know you've argued, most of you. And then at the end, of is my preposition, and late is a noun. Another abstract noun, you can't touch it, but that's what it is. It's a noun. So if you look at all the prepositions here, there's always a noun or pronoun that comes after it. If you have any questions, reach out to me, shoot me a message. Do what you need to do, but I really encourage you to do this by yourself, to try as hard as you can. And that's it. Have a good day, guys.